The backlash to COVID mandates not just coming from Republicans. Democratic governors are getting sick and tired of the nonsense. Colorado's liberal governor declaring the COVID emergency is over. Politico also reporting how other blue governors are starting to acknowledge their constituents are fatigued. And now a major airline CEO is pushing back on mask mandates on flights, which has been the source of numerous brawls.
I think the case is very strong that masks don't add much, if anything, in the air cabin environment. It's very safe and very high quality compared to any other indoor setting.
Dana, I'll start with you for the politics of it before I go to what that CEO was saying. And now all of a sudden we hear about Democrat governors who say, oh, my people are disturbed about this and we've got to lighten up on the mandates. What are they seeing?
Well, I think that's something, I think for Jared Polis of Colorado, some things are different. So there are vaccines and there are therapeutics and we know a lot more than we did. And the Omicron so far, it's more transmissible, but more mild. So I think that he was saying, let's be smart about this. Let's not, throw the baby out with the bathwater and all of a sudden everybody has to social distance again and cancel Christmas. And I think that part of it is that they realize that the messaging coming from the White House is really poor and they don't want to be associated with it. So they're trying to step away. What the CEO did, I think politically, was actually very good for all of us, which is he's saying out loud what everybody knows, but is too afraid to say because they don't want to get canceled by blue checkmark Twitter.
Okay, so Jesse, isn't this about politics again?
Of course, but I don't care what Democrats say about COVID. I know what I think about COVID. I'm boosted. I'm not wearing a mask anymore. I'll fist bump. I wash my hands, but I'm done with it.
Bump you.
The virus is going to virus. Jesse's going to Jesse. I'm young. I'm healthy. I'm going to live my life.
What about your baby?
If you're older and you're overweight and you smoke and you're vaxxed, you're not vaxxed, that's your choice. If you want to get vaxxed, that's your choice. I understand people's choices affect other people, but at this point, Judge, I'm tired of being babied. The American people are tired of being lied to. We're tired of the experts being so wrong. They've been wrong.
That
the
kind
mask
of cynicism
mandates
is very
have not been proven
That
effective.
is dangerous.
The vax mandates have obviously had a huge backlash, and we're not going through it anymore.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling, and you're ignoring it.
No, I'm not.
I have no
I'm just
patience
tired of
anymore with
politicians
COVID.
trying to save everybody's life.
I'm tired of
We're almost 2
COVID
years in,
deniers.
Geraldo.
Yeah, you got 800,000 dead people.
I didn't deny it.
Well, I
said I'm going to live my life.
You do what you can to beat it.
You adapt to COVID.
Okay.
I think that...
Geraldo, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Judge.
The voice
Dana mentions that the Omicron is milder, although more transmissible. It is, they're saying now, 70 times more transmissible.
Yeah.
So everybody's getting COVID.
We probably have it right now.
This city now feels, I feel like there's weight on this city now.
No, it's your hair.
I do believe that there is an attitude now, almost like, oh my God, this again, we can't beat this thing. It's going to come. It's going to bite us. We have to do as much as we can to be as safe as we can and soldier through. If we had Churchill as president instead of Biden, nobody would be complaining about it. We need inspiration. We need to be regened up about the disease and let's beat it. One more push. We can do this.
You don't mean
make it patriotic.
You don't mean anything you're saying. Yeah, I know you do not mean that. I mean, come on, Geraldo.
Once more into the breach, bro.
This is no longer a pandemic for the unvaccinated. We are finding out, the stats reveal, if you go in the UK and into Israel, they are showing that this vaccine, so you are equally chance of getting it whether you're vaccinated or not. You can't spread
That's
it
not
if
true.
it is true. And if you see what happens, you see how Britain's 90% vaccinated, they get hit with another wave.
Yeah.
Do you see what's going on? Yeah. We're not in control. Our behavior doesn't matter. Florida was getting ripped. Now Florida is #1 in the least cases. It's waving through. It's coming back. You are the most aggressive guy. Take on all comers. You are telling everyone to cower in the corner. Don't live their life. Sit there and test
you frame it in an incorrect way. You frame it as being cowardice, as being hyper defensive. I see it as being proactive.
Yeah, but
do your best you can.
Wash your
Come
cereal.
on, wash your hands.
Wash your
hands.
Why?
Why don't you?
You can't.
You don't want to
Why
wash your
wash your
hands?
hands?
But are we going to have to
Remind me not to take a bite of your sandwich.
Yeah, are we going to have to be proactive for the rest of our lives?
Right.
For every variant
going
that
to have
comes
to
in
wash
from
our
every
hands.
co-
This
I
is
mean,
true.
yeah, wash our hands. But
They
I
call
want
it
to
an
ask you a
omni-cold.
question.
They call it an omni-cold. You know why? Makari said it's an omni-cold because basically we are trying to hide from a runny nose. Are we running from? We're hiding from a 99 fever and a runny nose.
Okay,
please.
all right. Now, I want to ask you a question because we have a little bit of time. What is it going to take to make the skies friendly again? Apparently, airline unions are asking for government help because they want mandatory self-defense training because the passengers are wacko.
They should want the mask
want
mandates to go
no-fly
away.
lists. They want end-of-to-go cups of alcohol, and they want to get rid of unruly passengers. What would you recommend?
Well, what I would recommend is people got to learn to behave themselves. I don't care if it's a pandemic or if you're drunk, right? That's it. But I would say the CEO of Southwest, I love the fact that we brought that back today.
Yep.
Because no one challenged him when he said it. Because he looks at the science, doesn't pretend to be a scientist. The masks don't work. They're not even effective. So he's saying, it's the cleanest place to be in a plane. They worked on the circulation.
And they said 0.003% chance
And
of getting it.
half the fights on Southwest are because of masks.
Right. So,
Right.
the
By the way,
unions
give
should
me
want
a
the mask
seat number.
mandate to go away.
Yeah, they don't want to
because
gag
that would
everybody.
solve a lot of problems.
Hey,
the
yeah.
anxiety
I
and the
agree.
frustration.
Quick thing
is
on
because it's not-
Southwest. I want a seat number. Stop putting me. I don't want a vicinity number. Give me a seat number, and the stress level will drop. I've never been more nervous.
I flew it once.
Chairs.
I couldn't figure out where I was sitting.
No,
I asked everybody where to sit.
Yeah.
They said back there. Everybody I asked.
Yeah, I'm in a
"Put me
group.
the back."
Just tell me where I have to go.
I know. I won't fly it.
Don't tell me that's a better system.
Yeah,
Delta.
well, it is.
Delta
okay.
Sky, right
All
here.
right, Delta. Delta's
baby.
the one.